What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am AgentNorth, for those of you who don't know me, and this is going to be my first actual YouTube video I've done in a couple months since I've started streaming. And, I want to apologize to my YouTube viewers who haven't really received good YouTube content. I just haven't been around. Um, on that note, today I wanted to take the opportunity to do a little live commentary and talk about the future of WarZ, now known as Infestation. Um, we've seen a lot of changes over the years, or not years, sorry, months. Some good, some bad. And I made a thread the other night because I was watching some of my older YouTube footage back from January and before, in which at that point in time I enjoyed the game a lot more. You know, Loot was a little more sporadic, and in my opinion, a lot more fun. The zombies, their AI isn't as stupid as it is now, and I'll show you guys, for those of you who don't know, how stupid the zombie AI is now. And, it's really unfortunate I see the game go downhill like this. It really is. Um, but we can go back and, kind of talk about the future of what we're going to see with WarZ. Alright, as you see, I just loaded into a server. My FPS right now, while recording, it really isn't that good. These new graphics changes, whatever they want to call it, aren't really the most stable in FPS. When I first got my new graphics card, I was recording at a steady 60 FPS. And as of right now, anytime I record or if I stream, I get 37, 35 FPS. It's pretty upsetting that the FPS has gotten this bad, but it's bearable for the most part. Back in the day, like I said though, the graphics used to be a lot smoother. The game used to be a lot smoother. The ambient noises were annoying, but they weren't nearly as annoying as these cricket sounds you guys can hear. Now, for the most part, you actually crash a lot less in the past. You crashed a lot less. They actually recently added Punk Buster. It wasn't really recent, but since I've made my actual YouTube video, and you'll actually crash a lot more through Punk Buster. Punk Buster gives you these Punk Buster kicks, like no packet flow or failed to update, and you'll randomly crash a lot more now, especially in public servers. Hopefully I don't crash in this video because dying losing my shit sucks. But here's the catch though, guys. Even Balance, the company that owns Punk Buster, blames it on Hammerpoint, the kicks. It says they have no solution. And Hammerpoint, they blame it on Even Balance and say, contact Even Balance's support. We don't do anything with Punk Buster. So there is no real fix, and we're all stuck with our thumbs up our asses while we get kicked 100 times a day. And if we want to PvP, if I want to stream, the servers that have over 20 people, you're gonna get kicked in a lot more. You'll crash in a lot more for whatever reason. The people make the server lag. And that's up to that. They actually recently updated zombie animation. As you can tell right now, the zombies are what's called flanking. Right, they added this. They added a couple new systems in flanking and sprinting zombies, and the flanking is stupid. I can't really stress on how stupid the flanking is in this game because zombies don't flank. They'll swarm you maybe, but flanking? Come on. Yeah, and the flanking system's really retarded. Like sometimes they'll walk right into a wall, they'll walk through a wall. They won't walk to you though. It's a single zombie flanking me. I want to try to get a running zombie on video. You guys see this? This zombie just spawned behind me. You just started seeing one of the new running animations, guys. You're probably gonna see a lot more up ahead. And the running animations may be what gets me killed in this video. Oh! They added a new med cooldown. It takes 20 seconds to use meds now, guys. Because, you know, some individuals wanted to use something called a med macro. In which they would oh, here's one of the running animations. Yep. Guys, it's laughable at that. And as you can tell right now, guys, it's under my understanding that the loot was actually nerfed again last night. So loot's pretty shitty. Yeah, I just found a tack knife. You know, maybe I'll find something good, but everybody is saying the loot was nerfed. I honestly haven't played Infestation in almost 3-4 days. It's really not worth my time. 7 Days to Die is supposed to come out today. You know, there's a lot of new games coming out that are going to blow this game out of the water. You know, developers that care about the well-being of their game and the well-being of their community. Let's talk about loot, though, guys. You know, there was a point in time in Infestation where loot used to be fine. Nobody was complaining. You know, you used to find meds in the market. You know, weapons you could find anywhere. You know, it was a more fun point in time for WarZ. And, you know, at this point in time, you know, loot wasn't really... I can't remember... Oh, look at that. That's just flanking and stupid zombies, but, Jesus Christ. You know, flanking... Or, sorry. You know... Everybody was happy, and then they wanted to implement this new system of loot, which is in March, I believe. Because I remember looting through February and going through Boulder and finding C-Mags in Boulder and all the useful shit I could find in Boulder. In March, they wanted to implement this new system where you found military weapons and military zones and meds and only med centers and food markets. And honestly, it was stupid. It's still stupid. And you know what the best part is? That's fucking zombie. The best part is, you know, 90% of the loot doesn't spawn still because it's on the marketplace. And we'll get into the marketplace because, you know, whoever's in control of the loot spawn tables is spawning loot based in a way where they make money. They make profit. You know, a game that you have to buy into has more pay for convenience and marketplace changes than any other place I've seen. You know, I remember when this game didn't really sell all this shit through the marketplace, and it was following on the way it was told to. Everything was gonna be cosmetic at first. Now there was a few like useless ammo items like Krugers and whatnot in the marketplace, but nobody really cared about that. You know, Krugers weren't game changing, nor were the fucking flashlight they had in the marketplace or a little bit of food items. You know, that wasn't gonna hurt the game. That was a little bit of pay convenience, but then they switched over and put like almost all of the ammo in the marketplace, and look at that paramag, and all of the food items, or all of the melees, and all the armors, all the backpacks, and they made it so, you know, you could pay, you could buy GC, and you could get any item or backpack you needed to make the game easier for you. You know, you started seeing a lot of those items stop showing up in the loot table. You know, you stopped finding those. You know, some of the big ones, C-Mags, don't spawn in-game anymore. And haven't for a while. I swear I haven't seen any 45s and 60 mags in God knows how long. Oh, God. Full fucking retard zombie. You know, it's just really... I'm honestly gonna say this, you know, the game's going downhill. And, you know, a lot of people were saying a while ago, you know, this game is, it's a scam, it's a sham, you know. And I used to think differently because, you know, the developers seemed to, you know, show differently. The game was fun for the most part. You know, we could just look the other way if there was stupid shit happening. But, you know, with the leave of, you know, Johnny Truant and somebody, like, I feel like a lot of other developers have left. You know, it's starting to feel like they're about to bail on the game. We're not going to get Colorado V2. We're not going to get California. You know, we're not going to get any of the new maps. and it just really feels like we're gonna start making, trying to make as much money as possible from us and bail out. And I feel this way just because with this loot nerf, nobody wanted the loot nerf. People for the most part were happy. People were happy. Oh, look at that, a crossbow, which I'm just gonna take the arrow out of and leave. But people were happy with the way the loot was. They really were. And it was the first time in a while we were finding ammo, because ammo wasn't spawning at all. I can honestly say that I could go through every spot of the world and not find ammo. I would find weapons, and you could take the mags out of weapons now, but you couldn't find the ammo. And they've put in this very good variety of ammunition. Like, I was finding sniper mags. I wasn't finding enough of the mags I need, though. For example, I wasn't finding any 9mm mags or Stanags. Those are the most common mags that you're really going to need. And so, but they were thrown with the variety. So, maybe one time you go through, you're gonna find a 50 caliber magazine there. Next time you'll find that Stanag or 9mm mag. So, they added these items into this variety of ammo spawning, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like they really don't know how to put ammo spawns in this game, or weapon spawns at all. It's like they have no clue how to do that aspect of the game. It's always so random. It's always really hit and miss. There we go. 5-round Mosin. That's good. I mean, like I said, there was a point in time earlier in the game where the loot spawns were fine, and we liked them. And they wanted to change it for whatever reason, just so we quote-unquote explore the map more. I used to explore the map a lot more back in the day when everything could spawn everywhere. They implemented those features back and combined them with the new features. So maybe some of the more rare weapons were in the harder to get areas. Maybe that would be a little more worthwhile. But they don't listen to us in the community. They really don't. If you go to the forums, you can read all the complaints that are there, and the forums are dead nowadays. The forums are a very dead place. Back from December to about April, the forums had a lot of very active members that were around since October. Nowadays, it's like you'll see maybe 80 active forum users anymore. 80 people. And you know what the really hilarious part about all that is, guys? On the hack forums, there's thousands of active people on the WarZ section of their hacks. It's really upsetting, because we're going into our next detail now, in which, the hackers, and at this point in time, I believe that 90% of the active player base is cheating. I'm not saying all of the WarZ, like 90% of the WarZ players are cheating, the active players. There's not really a lot of active players, because a lot of us are quitting. There's a lot of reason on why cheating is getting so bad. For one, the cheaters make money off hacking us. They sell our rare weapons for actual money. And, with that being a big thing, with them being able to profit, we all of a sudden have this big ass price tag on our head. One that makes us glowing targets when we bring out items like Blazers or VSS. It's just snipers in general. If we bring out anything rare to a public server, you can expect to get aimbotted, no clips, ESP'd for it. Oh, look at this. So I'll say, if I got hit, I would be really pissed. The hackers have gotten worse than before Punkbuster. Every now and then, if you've been watching my screen, you've been seeing a lot of these red names come up. That's people getting banned by Fair Fight. Somehow, with the implementation of Fair Fight and Punkbuster, there's more people cheating. There's a lot of reasons why. One of the reasons, they keep having these sales of accounts. Another reason is hackers can now generate codes and sell the accounts for $1. The hackers go to these hack forums, generate these codes, and their accounts are $1 each. It's ridiculous. We may never see the endless raid of cheaters because, there's never going to be an endless amount of cheap accounts. And it's really sad to see a game that really did have some potential, regardless if it was a DayZ and WarZ War. This game had a lot of good potential. Potential caused mainly by it being very arcadey, and seeing to the things that we wanted to see made it a more of a casual game experience instead of a hardcore survival experience. It was catering to us casual guys. And unfortunately, they're not really doing that anymore. They're only catering to themselves. They've made some updates which seem to try to please us, but it's just one of those push you over tactics. Now, there's a lot more things that are broken and could be fixed, but I just wanted to list out things going on that are probably leading to this game's downfall. If Hammerpoint paid any attention at all, they'd see that their active player base is dwindling. It really is. You guys are watching me do this loot run right now. You can see how bad the loot is. I just found a frag grenade. See that? That's not bad, but guys, for a looter's point of view, I was supposed to find at least 4 mags in the tents. At least 4. There was no mags. I found 1 paramag outside of the tent area. I got all these tack knives, and this is supposed to be one of those, really easy runs. Oh, 40 caliber mag. Yeah, I'm not finding any good mags today, guys. It looks like they did nerf loot. I want to get to my last end of the subject, guys. After we get to the end of here, how could Hammerpoint possibly fix, the game and save it? And I want them to relook on the past, in which, oh look, another frag grenade, in which the game was more enjoyable. What could they do to bring back the past that we enjoyed, and hopefully, try to bring the player base back. And this is a very easy fix, guys. I'm gonna log out to show you what I wanted to show. For loot, loot is not very. The economy and trade and whatnot is broken. For a lot of reasons, there was a lot of dupes going on. There's still dupers going on. Here's one of the best bugs you guys will ever see. And I wanted to show you guys, what could potentially fix this game. Now, right here's my GI. If they wanted to fix the economy, and if they really cared, they would wipe the GIs. They would just get rid of global inventories completely. They would refund us with some means. Look, I have 260 blazer mags, guys. If they really wanted to fix this game, they would wipe all this. They'd wipe everybody's global inventory. They'd get rid of the global inventory completely. You're probably asking why. Why get rid of the global inventory? The global inventory has given us means of stockpiling our weapons, stockpiling everything we collect. It gives value to our weapons, more value so than if you didn't have a global inventory. It would probably be to sent that these weapons are fully worth something. That means, let's bring up an example. In traders' eyes, this blazer is worth about 300 GC. To the hackers, it's worth about $1. $1 is that blazer. And, if they were to cut their global inventory, cut the stockpiling, the blazers and all that would really just be a one-time use unless you want to hoard them in a safe zone with your characters. If they were to cut down the GI, I guarantee you'd see a lot less cheaters, just because, well, guess what? They're not making money anymore. There's not a lot of reason to remove that. The next thing they would have to do, remove the marketplace. They got to get rid of the marketplace completely. All the ammo is in the marketplace. Why? Why can't some of this ammo be found in the game? I haven't found a VSS 20 ever in game. I found VSS 10, no 20s. I have never found in the past, since the last update, I haven't found any of these Stanags. You never find the AK-45s, but you'll find an AK drum. We're finding AA-12 drums, but we're not finding AA-12s. Same with Evos. I haven't found an Evo at all. There's a lot of ammo in here that does not spawn, and guns that don't spawn. And it's pretty unfortunate. You got all the melees in here. I could really care less about melees in here. Melees don't really hurt the game. But the candy cane, I thought that was supposed to be a rare item. It came out in the Christmas. The armors, get rid of the armors in the marketplace. I don't care if you keep your shitty little masks and hats in here. Get rid of the armors, the helmets. Get rid of the MVGs, the backpacks. If they really cared about the game, they would remove those from the marketplace. They would just remove the marketplace, guys. That's all I gotta say. If they removed the marketplace, and if they wanted to make their GC transactions fully cosmetic, like maybe some new outfits for our characters. What about a real character creation system that wasn't just picked from this select choice of characters? What about that? Why don't they give us some better character creation choices, actual cosmetic gear? How about some like permanent weapon camouflages for our weapons that we find in the world? That would be something worthwhile cosmetic changes wise. So do away with the global inventory and do away with the marketplace. Next thing they have to do, if they really want to fix the game, remove the leaderboards. Leaderboards made this game an insanely fucking, you know, it's too competitive now, guys. There is no zombie survival anymore. This game has become a giant deathmatch. These names that you're seeing up here in the top of the leaderboards right now, guys, all these guys do is play up at a place in the WarZ called the Trailer Park. And the Trailer Park is an area where no zombies spawn, and you get really close spawns to the area, and they deathmatch it out. It's kind of rep boosting. There's rep in a game that gets you to whatever extent you are, and that rep leads you to being more feared or more liked. It doesn't work at all though. People still shoot you on sight regardless, just because that's what this game has become. It's not working together to go loot that town anymore because the people this game has attracted are Call of Duty players, to be fair. I have to say I treat it the same way, guys. As streaming, the only thing that people really watch me do while stream is PvP. You go out, you go to a town, you kill some people. People like that. It's kind of sad, but that's what this game has become. And if they do away with the leaderboards, if they redo the rank system on what you are, make it actual real, then you might be able to help the game. Clans are laughable, guys. I have my own clan here. The clans just help you group up easier to kill people. There's a lot they could do to fix the game, but if they were to remove the GI, they have to fix the loot. They have to make loot worthwhile. They would have to make loot worthwhile to sustain people, in a sense that if you want a PvP, man, you can go like back in the day. You used to be able to go into the Walmart and Campos in Parkerville. And you go in there, you'll be able to get armor, ammo, a weapon for that ammo, and meds. All that stuff would spawn in that marketplace, and then you can go out and PvP. The game was a lot more enjoyable then, I could say, because all you had to do is go one quick Bambi run into there, grab some stuff, get out, run into the town, and fight some people. And that was fun. Loot was fun then. If they were to wipe instead of remove the GI, that would be all right too. Because if they were to put that loot like it was before, people would enjoy the game a lot more. You would see a lot less complaints about loot. There's not enough loot. No, there's plenty of loot now. There's ammo spawning. They can make rares rare again. Make the blazers rare again. There should be no reason people like me have this many sniper rifles. There should be no reason that that for a time blazers are spawning like handguns. But guys, I tried to show off what I say is the depth of this game. You guys can see right here, by the way. This is caused by the last patch, and they have yet to fix it. It's a really annoying bug. I don't know what's causing it. It might be resolution, but it's just ridiculous. That's the end of my video, guys. I really hope that this game would succeed, but like I said, there's plenty of other games around the horizon. Plenty of other games that are worth my time. Worth the care that I bring to the community. And if this development team does not step up their game and start showing that they care about their game and it's not a money grab, then I might be the next one leaving. This is Agent North signing off.